All right, folks, we're back. So this is part two of my dive into Disney Solitaire, a new game that just came out this week. Where we left off, we were making progress. We learned the core game mechanics. We haven't hit any concrete retention feature or monetization feature or live ops yet. But I imagine my hunch is that once we finish scene one, all of that is going to start to kick in. We'll find out if I'm right or not. So really the focus to this point is just making sure you're having fun in the game. To be honest, there's no better retention mechanic than having a good product. That is core. If I'm having fun and enjoying your game, chances are I'm going to keep playing. So they've achieved that. Hey, I'm back. Let's keep playing. Let's see where let's finish this scene and see where it takes us. Ooh, I actually noticed that there's a cost to play. I didn't notice that last time I did a video. And so therein lies a clever monetization factor. Progression is tied to your bankroll, to the amount of coins that you have. And therefore you're going to need coins if you want to keep playing. And I'll take a minute here just to look. We looked in the store and there's tons of coins featured. And so if I know I really want to play a lot, I'm going to want to buy one of these packs. But we haven't hit that pressure point yet. I'm not sure where that pressure point will come when suddenly I don't have enough coins to play and I need to convert. I'm going to make some predictions that might take a while to prove true or false, but what I would expect is the moment you first hit the pressure point where you run out of coins, a game like this is going to say, hey, it's going to use it as a teaching moment. And say, hey, we know you ran out of coins and we know you'd have to convert to keep playing. And it'll probably even offer us something, but it'll present some kind of bundle or conversion point for us to make that purchase. But it'll also go ahead and give us the free coins to keep playing and say, hey, see, now you know that you're going to run out of coins and need to keep playing. And that's what I would expect. I think that's good game design, good product design in terms of the progression and teaching the player and making sure it's a positive experience. But let's see what they've done. We'll find out. We might not find out in this video. That could be way further down the line. I think we're going to keep earning more coins, and therefore that pressure point is going to get kicked along, and we'll see what happens. 6. Man, if I get bad at this game, you're all going to judge me. Please don't. Uh-oh. You can get extra cards if you run out. So now it's giving me a +5. I don't know if I imagine that's going to become a +4. So are these the extra cards I've been earning all this time? No, it just gave me a +5. So again, that's one of those teaching moments where you run into a problem and the game solves it for you in the short term, but it might punish me down the line. And also just to say it out loud, for this game is designed for me to fail. There's nothing I did wrong, right? I'm just playing the game. And so it's been designed to hit this failure point so it can teach me about the extra cards. And then I'll still get some of the coins from those extra cards, which is nice. And it seems that at the end of the match, I'm getting enough coins to play the next game. So this game costs 1,000 to play. I don't know if that cost is going to increase as time goes on. I guess we'll just keep the progress going. I like to see it. Ah, some more friends. Hit the keys. Wow, 3. So we're gonna have to play 3 matches, it seems. So yeah, the cost is still 1,000 coins down there. Whoops. Level 7, 8, 9. So we're gonna get almost to level 10 by the time we're gonna finish this scene. There we go. So again, each match is introducing me to one or two new game features. And so that's why they're not hitting me with the retention and the monetization mechanics yet. They're still in teaching mode. This is still tutorialization. And now we're discovering this golden card is a wild card that matches any card. Wild card matches any card, complete your streak. Okay. So it's saying I can use this right now to complete my streak, but I could also use it at any point to help me out. And they cost, there you go. So they cost 500 coins. So suddenly things are getting a little more expensive. So they're starting to put that pressure on me. Okay, so the wild card sits here, so I can go grab any of these cards on the board. My I think I'm gonna go with the king, because then I can go ace 2 3 and get 3 cards on the board. 2 3 4 5. So I can go up the chain here. So we'll go with that. All right. So now we've learned about wild cards. We know they cost 500 coins. Could do some quick math here. 500 coins. All right. So you for $3 you can buy 16 wild cards essentially. I imagine they go up in price as you use them also. Eight, 7, 8, 6, 5. All right. So I don't think there's nothing really new in that one. So at this point, we're just getting the stars to complete the scene. No, I lied. They're going to teach us one more thing. So there's a coin bonus. I have no idea how this works yet. Every hour. Okay. There you go. This is your first retention mechanic. Every hour I get more coins. And we've discussed already, coins result in us being able to keep playing. And so at some point when the pressure is applied, I'm going to get a 1 hour wait time, I imagine. It's always an hour. We'll have to find out, which will allow me to get enough coins to play another match. And so there's this retention mechanic of, okay, you're out of coins, you can't pay, it's all right, come back in an hour and we've got you. There's things you can do with this, like for example, live ops. You can have a live ops event where the bonus is doubled. I've done this on games in the past. It actually works really effective for increasing your DAU, your daily active users. And how that works, the best way to, if you take that event, that double bonus, you put it on your least, in the course of a week, there's always at least 1 or 2 days where less players are playing. So strategically, you go and you put that event on that day. For example, Tuesday. So let's say every Tuesday is 2 for Tuesday. It's double bonus day. And that'll help boost those numbers on average. And basic math here, if you have a conversion rate, a certain amount of people who spend on average, if you have more users, you're going to make more money. So that bonus will start to pay itself back. And at the end of the day, you're getting them just to play more. And if you're not doubling the amount of coins, if that hurts your economy too much, you could also cut the time. So you're still buying their retention, but not injecting. I guess if you're getting the bonus twice, you're still injecting the coins. But look, you have to do the math and see if the trade-off works. Every game is different. Every economy is different, but it's something you could play around with. Let's go ahead and finish the scene. This is the last star that I need. Uh-oh. So very subtle, but it shook that card just to indicate to me that I missed something. I really wish I took the 9 instead. Not that it really helped me. Oh, okay, so we got up to 60 now. Did it stay at 60? I have to go check the tape. Queen does nothing, ace does nothing, 10. Oh, we're in danger here. Okay. Oh, we got an extra card that might actually be useful. Oh no. All right, let's just take a moment here to recognize the game design here. So I don't know if I could have played this better. I'd have to see if taking a different choice would lead me to a different ending here. But ultimately, what's happened is I am stuck. And as I said earlier, these matches are designed. They're not random. They're you're on a conveyor belt. You're on tracks here, and they're guiding you. And so my assessment here is that I would not have won no matter what I do. And it's done on purpose because this is another teaching moment. I have to end level. We haven't had to do that yet. Or I have to make a conversion. Not a money conversion, but I have to spend coins to save myself. And in this case, the spend is 300 coins to get +5 cards. And I have to assume in those +5 cards, I'm going to get an 8 or a 10. And that's not even guaranteed, right? I'm rolling the dice. I could play the wild card for 500, but why would I do that when why would I do actually I'll answer that question, but I want to spend I want to spend less coins, right? I want to spend 300 coins, not 500 coins. But there's no guarantee that a 10 or a 8 is in that +5, whereas the wild card is a guaranteed. So there's some mental gymnastics there, like which do I want to guarantee myself that I'm going to finish this level because I know it's the last one to complete my scene? Or do I want to roll the dice on 300 and maybe have to spend more, right? Let's say I'm gonna have to spend 600 coins. Or I could cut my losses and end the level and see what the next level brings me. My hunch is that the next level won't be the same gameplay and therefore I'll have a chance to win. Personally, I like to play these the way that I would play them for real. I'm not going to spend coins. I like to hoard my coins, keep my currency. So I'm going to go ahead and end level. And oh, rookie mistake, right? So to try again actually cost me 1,000. So again, teaching moment here, folks. It would have been cheaper for me to roll the dice on 300 to see which, if I got lucky with those 5 cards, or go ahead and buy the wild card for 500. It's like 50% of this cost. And so now I have, I have regret. I'm filled with regret. I should have played those bonuses, right? And this is a trap. They've trapped me. I have no choice but to spend to complete the level in some shape or form. And it becomes a bit of like a personal economics here to decide what's the best rate, what's the best deal I can get to continue that level. And so what it's doing is it's now psychologically it's teaching me to use those power-ups. It's teaching me that power-ups are valuable and it's better to have extra of them so that it doesn't cost anything at all, right? So what they're doing is they're softening me up for one of these bundles. I'm sure there's gonna be a first purchase offer that's gonna get pinged here with a time limit on it. They're using all the proper tactics. So um, after this mission, and for sure I'm gonna get pushed with one of these things because now I'm learning the value of power ups. And just like look at Tinkerbell, she's just not impressed. Just can't even look at me. She's how did you make the wrong choice? Come on. Nice touch. All right, she's happy. We're back. Oh, so it tossed in a wild card. That's kind of cool. I'd have to assume that we're going to get to use it. Of course we do. So I'm going to go 6. All right, so it was a completely different level here. We got to see the wild card in action as well. So it just it shuffles into your deck, and you know, again, the game is rigged against, not against me, but it's rigged to teach me right now, and so it made sure that I was using that wild card just to see how it works. So there's a nice vibration on my phone when those coins come in. All right, so we've reached level 10. It's a nice round number. Psychologically, our brains are just, we gravitate towards it. But I do have enough to complete this scene now. So we'll get to see what the game progression looks like. All right. So we got their dance, and we get some more coins. We get one of, well, we get more than one. We get a couple different boosters here to help us out, but not too many, so that we might want to make a purchase, you know? All right, so we've hit their rate this app. So having a blast, tap to rate your experience. Wow. I don't know if you're even able to do this, but they sure are. So please rate us in the store. Don't miss out on 1,000 coins. I mean, how do I get 1,000 coins? So go ahead and submit that. I'm not going to write a review. Okay, so I wonder if I had not claimed that, if I would have got these coins anyway. But they're buying my generosity here. They're buying my what's the word? My testimonial of their greatness. I'm surprised I haven't been hit by anything else yet, but we do have the Little Mermaid. We have Founder here staring us down. Wants us to complete their scene. And the other thing I noticed is the scene is 0 for 8. It's not 0 for 6 anymore. So the progression does look as though it's going to get a bit more difficult, a bit longer to complete, and that's necessary. There's only so many franchises. There's only so many IPs in Disney, and they'll need to extend their progression here. So you get a bit more rewards though. That's nice. I did notice we have that badging, the notification on the settings, so go check that out. So we do have my ID. I can change my name. It looks like I can change my icon. There's some other settings here. For example, I can turn off the vibration, save some of my battery. I can turn off the music, turn off other sounds. I can contact them, change my language. I can sign in. But we're going to go ahead. It looks like we have profiles. So right away, what this tells me is there's going to be some kind of leaderboard, some kind of way where you can showcase who you are to other players, likely within their time limited events. So you can select a name and image to create your profile. They also have the Facebook sign in here. I'm going to go with Flash, the sloth. I'm going to change my name. So I can't edit my name. I can only randomize. This is pretty useful because it's a Disney game and people would find a way to have an offensive name. So here it looks like they're randomizing probably 2 arrays of words that create one full name. It's always a 2-word name. So chatty jellyfish, you know, sparkling crab, quick pirate. So an adjective and then a noun. Kind dragonfly, Create. Oh, I wish I could go back. Slick Rock? Yeah, good enough. Good enough. Okay. So let's see what level 10 brings us. So I have my wild card already. I can use it anytime. I prefer not to. And you can see it's very subtle, but the wild card there is hopping around because it knows that I'm at a point where I can't play again. Also, I'm noticing the streak bonus is pulsing. So those two on-screen animations are communicating something to me. They're saying, hey, spend your wild card, complete your streak, and you'll get a wild card added to your deck. So it all compounds to help me win the match. This is, again, it's all basic psychology. It's just attracting your eye, trying to convince you to do it without even thinking. But using my wild card means that if I need a wild card later, it's going to cost me 500 coins. So me as a player, I personally prefer to take the risk here and see if I can complete the match without using my resources. And it'll likely punish me for that. We'll see. It's punishing me because I'm just not paying attention. They are punishing me. So there's really no... My best chance is taking the +5, and there's no guarantee it's going to help me, but let's try it. Look at that. So to complete the level, I have to use my wild card. So I should have taken the cue and just used those things when it told me to, right? Because I've gone ahead and likely burned even extra consumables that I had acquired. So the wild card's free, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. All right, let's see. Ooh, so more of a social feature. So yeah, two things. They've done Rank the App. I've spoken about this in another video, but to just call it out again here is the benefits to rating the app and having a high rating on the app stores is important because it helps with user acquisition. So if you've ever navigated the App Store, what you need to do, one of the things you look at is how well rated is this app before you download it. It's one of the factors that helps you decide whether or not to download something. So by pushing players to rate the app and incentivizing them with 1,000 coins to do it, they're getting more ratings at a point where the game has been pretty friendly. It hasn't punished you too much, and you're having a positive perception of it. And so you're more likely to give it those 5 stars. So that's a good moment for them to prompt and get the 5-star rating. And that helps as they start to showcase their game through ads or just organically people coming across it. They're going to see a high rating like 4.8, 4.9 stars. And that helps people make the decision to download it. So there's that. So again, big focus here. New game just came out. The focus is on creating a player base, getting new users. It's not on the monetization. I still have not seen a single in your face buy this, right? This far into my gameplay. But I have seen the rate this app, and now we see invite friends, which is another mechanic to get more users into the game. And so here, friends, you know, Buzz Lightyear and Woody, they're some of the best friends in the Disney universe. So I like their choice of characters here. And they have invite a friend who's never played before. So they want you to invite new people. The friend installs the game and reaches level 20. So I'm only at level 10. So there's a whole nother 10 levels they want them to play. So that's a committed player, a very committed player. Fill the bar to win huge rewards. So I imagine the more friends you invite, the more you fill the bar. And then huge rewards is very ominous, but you know, I see a bunch of coins there. Probably some boosters as well. Just another call out here on this pop-up is it's very simple. You've got 3 core graphics. You have very light on the text or verbosity of this, wordiness of the pop-up. And then they do a really good simple job with just highlighting the most important words in yellow, which connects the eye to the title, which is invite friends, which is also yellow. So you can even ignore the white, like invite a friend, your friend installs, win huge rewards. That's the message they're trying to get to you. And then you take the time to read the rest, but that's what's supposed to resonate. And so they put there's a lot of effort put into these pop-ups. You can't just throw words on the screen and think it's going to work. There's a lot of strategy even within the components of this pop-up. So tap to continue. You've got your first friend. Okay, so Tinkerbell's my first friend. Friend joined. I got a mail. I don't know what that does. Okay, there you go. So get mail for every friend who joins. So I guess that's just the progress indicator. And then you see the rewards here. And so they gave you the first one free. Really, we're still at 0 of 1. They're just showing you how it works. So it's a pretty clever way. They're basically saying, hey, Tinkerbell's your friend. You can have 1 progress on this, but ultimately it's still the same objective. And let's see what happens when I hit the invite button. There you go. So it opens up different ways I can send this. I can send out a message. I can post it online on Blue Sky or social media. I can send an email. I can copy the invite. All kinds of options. And it's tied to your operating system. So I don't know how it works on Android, likely pretty similar to this, but it's actually popping up the iOS share UI from their operating system. And that way they don't care what apps you're using. They just pop this up and it's up to iOS to know what your common apps are. Or yeah, that's pretty much it. And so it just makes it a lot easier for you to then go ahead and send that invite. All right, so I'll try one just to show you the full flow here. I'll do messages. And there you go. Let's play Disney Solitaire together. I'd have to actually see what this looks like once you click it. But at the end of the day, this is going to send a link to someone, and there's likely a hashed referral code that will link their install to my profile. Pretty nifty. And you can see how seamless that is. It doesn't take much. I just have to put in a friend's name, hit send, and my invite is sent out. So cool. And okay, and so now it's actually on the HUD, so you can see the icon at the top there, and I can always call this back up. So again, they have done rate the app, and they've done invite friends before they've even triggered a first time purchase bundle or anything of that nature. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let's do the next progress on the scene, and I'm going to call it on this video, and we'll continue to do more progress on this game soon. All right, so under the sea, we have a couple options here. So we can do the majestic entrance for 2 stars, or we can claim the clams. And so starting to give you a bit more control on how you progress through the scene. Personally, it doesn't matter to me, but some people might have fun choosing, oh, I really want to see Ariel, so I'm going to go get my 2 stars before I check out these clams. Very simple. So, yep, we'll leave it here, and maybe by the next time I'm playing, we'll see how our next bonus works in 34 minutes from now. So, thanks for watching.